flesh. Like, it's something you can ride to and vibe to. I'm just giving you the keys to survive. Never let society tell you how to begin living your life by following the norm and trends. I warn my friends, don't get blinded by the media. I'd rather be myself, take flight, got a speedy on speed dial. And meanwhile, my dream right beside me with a smile. She like.
Okay, this is a very special episode of Chengdu City of Gastronomy. Why is it a special episode? Because I have a guest, the first guest that I've never slept with. This is Kevin, and he's going to tell me how the hell he learned to speak Chinese. We're gonna go for some jiao new roe, basically some beef soup, and yeah, it should be fun.
Cut!
That's all I need.
Killed it! Killed it!
Here we are, this is the restaurant. What does that first character mean?
醉.
Zui.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
吃辣的，可以啊。
稍微辣一些，也不太辣。
Okay, the little spice isn't too spicy.
Yeah, we don't want spicy. Traditionally, it's not spicy.
Okay. 对，那个稍微的，就是一半的就好了。
哎，我给你推荐一下，就是有一点点辣，但是
就是常客的常常点的就是这个嘛，
这个还有那个蔬菜，
要加的就跟你说了。
两个
70分钟的汤。嗯，那你现在就是要试试看一碗。
啊，好的，行，
好，谢谢。
All right, as you guys can hear and see, Kevin's Mandarin is pretty good. So what just happened?
They just really wanted us to. She's afraid that one bowl isn't going to be enough for us and wanted us to order some other stuff. And then she also recommended a different kind.
Okay.
That was maybe a little bit bigger. I think a little bit spicier. I forgot.
Okay.
But I asked her what is the usual, like the usual customers, the 常客. I asked what do the 常客s usually get, and she said the one that I said originally that she was afraid was maybe not going to be enough.
Okay.
So yeah.
We can always order more if it's not enough. So there's one bowl of soup each.
Are we supposed to throw the spicy into the soup?
I don't know if you dip it or.
Should we ask?
Sure.
这个辣椒辣粉就加进去嘛？
不用，这个在这里蘸一些，能吃一点就，少蘸一点，对，也可以不蘸，吃不得辣椒的也可以不蘸。
还有这个动作中文怎么说？炸。
对，这个辣椒都是4种辣椒配制的。
4种啊。
哎，对。
4 kinds of peppers in this. 四川姑娘也很美啊。
还不错。
There's lots of good quality beef in there too. It's not just there's supposed to be offcuts too. I thought. Or maybe they don't bother with them.
I couldn't catch all of it. She was just talking about how we eat steak is a lot different than this type of dish. Steak is a lot different, and just the way we eat beef in general, I think.
Yeah. Well, beef is it's not that popular in China, right? And I don't know if it's because the quality isn't as good, or if it's expensive to keep it. To keep cattle costs more than pig.
What's more popular? Chicken? About the cheapest,
Pork.
right? Pork.
Pork's number 1, then chicken.
Spicy.
But usually beef is not that great, I find, in China, but this is really good. This is probably the way to cook beef in China, though.
Maybe that's what she was talking about, too.
Yeah, if you took a piece of beef like this and grilled it like a steak, it wouldn't be that great.
No. Too thin?
No, I mean, even if it was thick, just the quality of meat isn't that great. We got some celery in here, little celery bits.
I didn't know there was so much history with this meal.
Yeah. Okay, so let's tell the viewers. Well, I'll tell you what I know. You can tell me if he basically backed that story up. Back in the early 30s, a guy, he's a doctor. He wanted to help the poor people. A lot of people weren't getting the proper diet. And one day, so basically he made a medicine. He was like, traditional Chinese medicine. And he had like this concoction that he would give to people. And then one day he saw some rich people dumping some offcuts of meat, like stomach and tongue or heart or whatever, into the river, and he's like, that's a waste. And he went into the river and grabbed it, took it out, washed it off. And then he put it in this medicinal concoction that he had, and it was really delicious, and it was also healthy, so he started serving it to people, and it got popular because it was cheap and it was healthy, made people healthy. It was so busy that there weren't enough tables, and people would like stoop or like sit on the ground cross-legged or something. People would walk by and see them sitting weirdly, and it got the nickname from that. What did he say?
I just heard it's got like 100-year-old history. And then he told me the Qiao is because the tables a long time ago, a lot of times they just didn't have chairs. And they were really long, and everyone would just stand and then put their foot against the little bottom railing, the little bottom 2x4. And that would be called Qiao.
Yeah.
So the food isn't called that, but the posture, I guess, is called Qiao.
Yeah, that's got to be right, because I asked a Chinese person, and they said that it meant to sit with your foot lifted or something like that. Okay, so tell me, how long have you been in China?
Are we counting Taiwan?
Shit. So how long have you been living abroad?
I moved abroad about 4.5 years ago.
4.5 years. And how long have you been studying Chinese?
About 4 years. I moved to Taiwan in about the first half a year, just getting my boots settled, teaching, seeing the country, seeing the city. And then after a while I realized maybe I should learn this language. I got some free time, and it would also make my life a lot easier. And then after a few months, I don't know, I just kind of got into it.
What was your strategy to learn the language?
I took classes for about 7 or 8 months at a language university in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, called Wenzhou. Shout out Wenzhou. And then after I needed to make some more dough, pay for student loans, so I needed to stop taking classes and just work mornings and evenings. But then I just kept studying because I learned that foundation. I had basically all of the Roman pinyin pronunciation stuff down, learned all the tones, learned the basics, a nice good foundation, and then I've been teaching myself pretty much with occasional private classes on and off. But pretty slow, but not bad.
If you were going to start over, what would you change?
I would do classes, sign up for classes immediately when I arrived, and then take my classes seriously. It was kind of hard to take my classes seriously because I was just paying for classes at a university. I wasn't actually enrolled at the university or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just try to befriend local people faster, but at the same time, it's just gotta let it come naturally. I'm not gonna force myself to befriend locals just so I can speak more and stuff. But just get on YouTube more, watch more videos. I mean, I should do this now too. Listen to more Chinese podcasts, listen to more music, watch more TV and stuff. I should be doing that now too. So.
Yeah.
I think starting from scratch, you need to take classes from a native speaker, or a foreigner that's been studying for 10 plus years, because in the beginning it's too hard. I think it's too hard. The pronunciation is so important. I've been speaking for this long, I still have a really thick, I probably will always have an accent, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with having an accent, but you have to go from unintelligible accent to they can actually understand you. Because in the beginning, if I veered away from anything super basic, from hello, thank you, and ordering food, I couldn't get understood. It took me a while to actually be able to talk a little bit about politics, a little bit about work, a little bit about family and home. Because I needed to get that pronunciation down, really get it down.
So when you're saying pronunciation, are you thinking tones? Would you start with the tones right away?
Yeah. I think the best thing to practice in the beginning is the numbers, counting to 10, because it has all 4 tones except for the 5th tone, the neutral tone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we did all 4 tones.
Yeah.
And a bunch of different sounds too.
What's up, Chuck? shooting some video.
We got some
Video?
beef.
Yeah.
Some beef soup.
Of me watching you eat?
Yeah.
That must be compelling.
This is
That
pretty good
That is
stuff.
high drama right there.
This
Want
is
some?
Actually, we're going to the movies. We're going to see
New
the
Avengers?
Yeah.
ah nice.
Enjoy
Have fun.
it.
You guys have a nice night.
Bye, guys.
I think context is the most important thing. Just to be understood. Like maybe you're not as pure, but because I find there's a couple tones that I definitely have to hit. Like the downward tone is really important. But then there's some that, like if I got the wrong tone or if I just didn't do a tone, that people would still understand me as long as there was context.
Yeah. I mean, even locals, it's not like they're saying ni hao every day. They're not going ni hao. They're just saying, oh, ni hao.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's in the morning.
And then can the
Context.
locals even tell you the tone? Like half the time they probably don't even know. They just know how the word sounds.
I mean, most of the time, I mean, it just happened here. We asked the guy how to say dip, and he said za. And he just said it kind of quick. It just sounded like it was in the middle for me. And then I asked him what tone. Za. 是三声吗? Za. 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 And we had to ask either his wife or his coworker, whoever the other lady that works here, and she had to say it's fourth tone.
Yeah.
But he just knows off the top of his head. But you ask a lot of native English speakers from the States or Canada, why do you do this? Why do you say this a certain way? A lot of times I don't think people can actually explain it. When it's your native tongue, it's so second nature. You never really think about those things.
Yeah. I've heard people say that people who have learned the language, like a Westerner who knows Chinese really well, is a better teacher than a native speaker because the native speaker didn't learn it, you know. They knew it, they know it really well, but they don't know how to learn it.
I would say it depends. Like, if you're just talking something that's really colloquial, like one word that I always remembered was, because I just looked it up, was neglect. And there's two neglects. There's hu shi and hu lue. And they both meant neglect, but for different contexts. And I don't know if a lot of foreigners know those type of random
Yeah.
words that, and they can do it right off the top. So I think it depends. But I think going for all four aspects of writing, reading, listening, and speaking, and trying to get a good balance from the get-go is the best. Now, of course, I don't think you should just stare at a character and keep saying it until it gets embedded into your brain.
Yeah.
But I think the craziest part, though, is just seeing, like, phonetic stuff with the characters. Like this character, the Qiao, in Qiao, the right part of the character is also used in Shao, like Shao Kao, like to barbecue, basically.
Yeah.
So they both have an ow ending. And that stuff happens a lot of the time. One part of the character is the same. Maybe the beginning part of the sound isn't the same, but the ending will be the same. It's kind of crazy. That happens a lot of times sometimes.
Yeah, on purpose they do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit some more information at you. One, the soup is healthy. I read that it's good if you have an upset stomach, it's good if you have a cold, and it's good if you have a toothache.
Toothache?
Yeah, that's insanity, right? Can't possibly be true. I don't know how
Does the beef help or the soup help with the toothache?
Soup. Of course.
Well, I'm not gonna have a toothache. I'll have to
Yeah,
come here.
don't go to the dentist, come here. This dish originated in Leshan, and the thing about Leshan, a lot of their food is really old before the chili pepper came around. So, like, not all of it's spicy, a lot of it isn't spicy. You've been to Leshan,
Yeah.
right, recently?
I went to the giant Buddha.
Yeah, did you have any good food?
A bunch of places were selling the sweet skinned duck.
Yeah,
Right?
it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, another dish that isn't spicy.
Yeah, it was really good. Felt like a local watching the big Buddha with the glove in, reaching
The
in the
glove.
duck.
Nice. I don't know, what else do you have to say about language learning? Anything?
Anyone who wants to learn Chinese, like, I'm just an average Joe guy, and I've been able to learn it. and I think anyone can learn it. It's not as hard. It definitely has a stigma back home as like an impossible language to learn, something like that. It's really not that hard. So people should learn it, yeah.
I was surprised how like kind of intuitive it is. Like you put a couple words, you learn a couple words, you can put them together and make another word, you know?
Yeah. It's just funny because it's really like caveman chat. Like one of the first words I learned was lighter. A dahuoji is a hit fire machine.
Hit fire machine, that's so good. I love that.
Computer, electric brain,
电脑. Telephone.
Electric words, 电话.
Cigarettes.
Speak. Yen, 香烟, smoke.
香烟.
Or smell good smoke, 香烟, yen. I have one more thing too.
Yes.
To help you study. Your birthday happened. You were in Canada.
He's got a gun.
I got a couple books for you. This is not America.
Really? You're giving me homework now?
This is America. This is some Chinese books.
This is
yeah,
America.
some Chinese books for you.
Xiao Wang. Oh, I know what that means. Little Wang.
If you start learning Chinese, you'll learn lots of little phrases and little mishaps that happen that are really funny, like saying please. Also can sound like kiss sometimes. But one of my favorite ones is 一碗水饺多少钱 and 水饺一碗多少钱. The first one was how much is a bowl of dumplings, and the second one is how much for the night with you.
Ooh.
Have a sleep.
So, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe below, hit the bell icon to get yourself notified of any upcoming videos. It's important.
Smash that like! I've always wanted to say that.
Smash that like.
And the cringe ensues.
I end my videos with like a little rhyme and then a fart noise because fart noises are funny.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and do the honors of making a little rhyme. No, you don't have to do a real fart. You just make the fart noise. I'll do the fart noise. So I'll handle the fart noise. You just need a little rhyme, yeah.
Any rhyme.
Anything you want.
You really end with a rhyme and a fart noise?
Yeah.
Fucking with me.
I thought you were a fan.
I've watched a few of the videos, but not to the end.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it was credits. 万事开头难，可是你要学的肯定学得很棒。Did that rhyme? 难，棒。Close enough. Do something else?
No. I'm sorry. I blew the fart noise. I didn't blow the fart noise. There. That's good. It's done.
You'll edit it?
No.
Fart it?
Well, the fart's in there. It's good.
Right.
And we'll keep this audio in there as well. People will be like, what are these idiots?